What up, Doe Ledge here? Chill with me. Got a really another dope interview for you guys, something real special. He is one of the co-owners of what has been proclaimed as the fastest growing battle rap league in the world right now, and they're living up to it. I can't front, man. He is Tone, co-owner of Guardians of the Culture. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Hey man, no doubt. You guys have been putting on shows and you got people turning their heads. I've talked to people from battlers to owners like, yo, they're doing something crazy over there right now. And I've watched you guys, your pages. I've been keeping up with what you guys have been doing. You guys are businessmen. You got other things you guys are involved in and doing successful work in. What was y'all infatuation and love to get into the battle rap field?
Um, Actually, I had tried it out in 2012. I had tried it out with another partner of mine, and I just wasn't really into it that much back then. But then Tom gave me a call and was like, "What you think about doing the battle league?" And I'm like, we can see how it work out." And
Mm.
then he told me, he was like, threw me some numbers out there for far as what Smack was making and stuff like that. I'm like, oh wow, like let's do it. Let's jump back in. Let's get it.
Wow. So yeah, it's analytics, right? Just really the numbers made sense. So y'all said let's have at it, huh?
Yeah, facts. And I'm a fan of it too. You know what I mean? I love what them guys do. So it was just perfect timing.
Yeah, and I believe off memory, I want to say kind of like in May or somewhere. It was somewhere last year around the same time y'all launched y'all first event because I would kind of remember seeing it around the time last year, and it kind of took me by surprise. 'Cause I remember y'all had like Low Deluxe there, Pat Stay, some of the names just to host it, and I was just like, really? Like they gonna show you this? Because there's a perception that sometimes people no show and things like that, but people showed up to the event, and I was like, so it kind of caught my eye. Then you guys are booking Twerk, and I'm like, is Twerk gonna show up to this league because he kind of has a rep? He shows up and does well. Just talk about the relationship you guys have been building with these MCs to really get them to buy into what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I think it's just good business, man. I think putting together dope cards that these guys don't want to miss out on, and just doing great business. When you do good business, like good things happen like that. Not saying that other leagues is not doing good business.
Right.
I'm just saying, it makes it easier,
Yeah.
especially when the cards is dope. I mean, when the cards are dope, nobody want to be left off a dope card. So
Yeah, that's a fact.
it makes it easier.
That's a fact. Was there any hesitance because I feel like you guys kind of really jumped into pay-per-views kind of early? Was it what made that kind of a no-brainer decision not to kind of start like a lot of startup leagues kind of start developing their fan base, kind of getting the crowd? Y'all just went right forward with the pay-per-views. Like, what was the idea behind doing that so early?
Well, one of the things was a lot of people don't know that like 4 or 5 months prior to that big event, we were already doing events, like building the fan base up.
Hmm.
We were doing events in Maryland before we did the big one. A lot of people don't know because it wasn't record. It wasn't like we was throwing them on YouTube. It was all like we was letting people come in with their cameras and just getting the word out there. Just doing a little bit a different promo. So we did like I think we did from February to up until May. So we kind of had a little base already, not a big base, but people knew the name in the underground. So it was like, okay, we could jump out there and do it.
Nice. Now, when you got a league like this that's really making noise and really turning heads, everybody wants to know about sustainability, like how long the longevity in this, and a lot of people always go to developing your own roster or acquiring talent. Is that something you guys are focused on, or y'all more of an entertainment kind of just throwing the big names together and making cards happen for matchups that hasn't happened yet, or are you guys actually looking to develop your own roster, so to speak?
It's funny because, like I said, since February we've been developing a roster. Of course, when you throw out the big names, those the undercards kind of get lost in those big names. But we've been doing that since we started. Um, we've been developing guys. We every time we have a big card, we have like a mid tier card, just getting our guys ready to be able to compete and stuff like that. So it's
Mm.
just what people pay attention to. Like we just had a card in February 29th, but of course in Maryland. We had it in Maryland, but of course that March 7th card is much more, much more glamorous than the undercard that we just had. So we're going to continue to do that, like have big cards and still have those undercards to develop new artists and see who's next up.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, and I remember. In fact, I should have known because I covered a battles to watch segment where I kind of highlight battles that go unnoticed, maybe from lower tier guys that are on the come up. And one of them, I believe, was Zayd versus TED. Which, if you guys are asleep, go check that out. Guardians of the Culture, Zayd, ZAID versus TED Ted. That was a dope battle to me. So definitely go check that out. I guess another question I'm just curious about, what's been difficult, any kind of uphill battles being a startup league you guys had to face for any, because I know I have listeners who think about starting their own league or try to get into it in one capacity or another. What's been some of the difficulties you probably had to face getting this going, if any?
The only thing is it's just dealing with, like, the different fan bases. Like, a lot of guys, Smack is the top guy right now. So, a lot of times people get upset that you use those URL battlers and people want you to have your own battlers. So just dealing with that little piece right there that's the only thing that I can say. Like, we've tried to, like, okay, we understand that, but at the same time, it's a business, and those guys have big names for themselves. Like, you still want to make money in this business. So once people understand that part of it, it'll get better. But that's pretty much the only thing, like using the URL battlers.
Yeah, and I guess what people don't understand, especially on a pay-per-view, it's a domino effect. Like, the big names are the draw, but you can always have somebody homegrown that stands out, and you're drawing more eyes on them, kind of like indirectly. Like, it's a ton of people watching there for twerk, but they might walk away talking about somebody that's homegrown. So it's like a win-win. So I think people got to be conscious of that. You guys have been throwing, like I said, you guys are going at a rapid pace. Ideally for 2020, how many events you're trying to flush out here for this year?
What we've been doing since May was we've been doing an event a month. I'm pretty sure that's going to stop. I know we're not going to do one every month. Definitely maybe six drop it down to 6 nice events. 6 nice events for 2020.
Oh, that's nice. Location wise, like, so I guess everybody had the preconceived notion that it was just Florida based, but you are tapping into other areas location wise. Is that going to be kind of a consistent thing moving forward, or you're going to probably scale it back and stay within Florida?
Yeah, and that's another misconception. Like, people think it's Florida based, but like we started it in Maryland.
Let them know.
Again, once we got the names came to Florida, so that kind of like, shine the light on Florida. But we're going to be moving around. Like, it's going to be Florida, Maryland, Jersey, New York, Atlanta. We're going to be going to, different states and stuff like that, whatever makes sense.
Yeah. I'm going to petition for the Midwest, come up to Michigan at some point. Summertime, I'm going to petition that so I can pop up and do my shit. But, you guys definitely have a nice little reach going on, man, and it's making noise. Is there anybody that hasn't hit your league yet that you definitely want to touch down on the platform this year?
I'm a big fan of Lux. I mean, I like surf too, so of course any one of those guys would be awesome. Shine, them guys are legends. So anytime you can get one of them guys on your card is a plus.
Yeah, that's a fact. Have you had any talks with any of those 3 that you named, or not yet?
Well, Shine is actually on the card that we have coming up, so that's one of them. So, Lux did our first event. He didn't battle. He was there to co-host with Pat Stay.
Right.
Even Pat Stay, Pat Stay Disaster. There's a lot of legends, that we would love to get on the card, which I'm pretty sure we probably would get an opportunity to work with in the future. But those just to name a few.
Yeah, and I want to make waste no time and get into this card. You got the Evasion going down this Saturday, March 7th. Everybody is going to be in New Jersey. I believe it was Williamson Town. Williamstown.
Williamstown. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's in New Jersey. What's the capacity of the like? How many people you trying to get up in there? Like, what's the number y'all trying to hit?
And so we can't get no more.
So y'all can't get no more. How much are the tickets for at the door?
It's 50 online and 70 at the door.
70 at the door, and this will also be a pay-per-view event, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's right. Yeah, you can go to the Guardians of the Culture, GOTCTV.com/tickets. Pay-per-view. How much is a pay-per-view?
The pay-per-view is 30.
Pay-per-view. That's a steal. For the names on this card, that's a steal. Wow. And just for people who don't know, check out the names on this card. You got Geechee Gotti and B Dot going against Loso and A Ward. You got DNA versus Drugs. You got New Jersey Twerk versus Bad News. You got Don Marino versus Ill Will. That's going to be fire. Dre Dennis versus Av. JC versus Soul Severe. And Franchise versus Amzilla. For $30, cop it. Who is kind of putting these? Is it just the owners? Do y'all have like somebody under y'all that's like kind of keeping an eye on things? Like who's, because these matchups are so fire. Like y'all put together a dream matchup for me last year that I was begging for, which was Mac Myron versus A Ward. So I want to say thank y'all for real. But yeah, how do y'all come together and plan who's going to match up with who?
Well, being that I have a team in Maryland, and my partner, he's from Florida. He got a team in Florida. So, a lot of times they, everybody collectively come up with, we throw names out there and, we make it happen. Whatever we can make happen, we make happen. Nice.
With the whole, because there was a sudden change kind of caught us off guard. It was scheduled Adi Boom and DNA, but now Drugs. How fast did you guys get that done? How quick was that transition?
It was pretty much in a matter of a couple hours.
Yeah, Drugs was just already with it. It was just like down, or y'all had to kind of talk him into it? Because that's a quick writing process like you had to go through.
Yeah, but that's a big opportunity too. You don't want to pass that up.
Yeah, that's
Get
fair.
DNA, especially after he just had Arsenal. So that's definitely a beautiful look for him.
Yeah, definitely. In regards to the women, do you plan on involving women more so going down the line, as far as putting them on cards, maybe 1 or 2 battles? Because I know the ladies fuck with your league a lot too.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, more 2-on-2s, more women. We open for everything, man. It's just, getting the right battles together, not just putting them on just to put them on, but getting the actual right battles that people want to see together and making it happen.
Yeah, I know some leagues, after they have like a big event, they do something afterwards, maybe an after-hour spot, after party. Y'all do that, or y'all kind of just shut it down after the event is over with? Y'all got anything popping afterwards?
Well, this would be our first time in Jersey, so I don't know, I don't know what's popping in Williamstown. All the events, like I said, have been in Maryland and Florida, so this is our first time coming to Jersey, so I'm not sure. Maybe they got to holler at, that's Dre Dennis. I think that's his hometown, so maybe we got to holler at Dre, see what's popping in Jersey.
Yeah, that's a fact. Again, man, this is Tone, one of the co-owners of one of the fastest growing, one of my favorite leagues to watch. I don't watch a ton of y'all battles already. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, man, Guardians of the Culture, they have an event. The Evasion is going down, man, March 7th, this Saturday. Get your tickets, get your pay-per-view. Like I said, man, it's GOTCTV.com/tickets and GOTCTV.com/live. Yo, Tone, man, I want to really thank you for giving me a piece of your time, and yeah, have a good one this weekend, bro.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on, man.
No doubt. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'll hit y'all with another one this weekend sometime soon. I'll even probably have a prediction for this very event, maybe Friday. We'll see, all right? Until next time, keep it battle rap. Love.